What if I told you that someone is slowly losing control over their thoughts because of you right now? Not in a loud, dramatic way that everyone can see, but in a quiet, consuming way that happens behind closed doors. Their mind keeps circling back to you no matter how hard they try to focus on something else. They try to distract themselves, stay productive, keep busy, talk to other people, but it doesn't work. Somehow, in the middle of everything, your face, your voice, your energy slips back into their awareness like it belongs there. Amelia is here. Okay. You have become a constant presence in their thoughts. They replay the way your eyes linger, the subtle expressions on your face, the way you move when you don't even realize someone is watching. They think about your silence just as much as your words. Sometimes even more. It's not just attraction anymore. It has grown into something deeper, something that feels consuming. What started as curiosity has turned into fixation. A slow burning fire that keeps intensifying instead of fading. They imagine closing the distance between you. They imagine what it would feel like to finally stand close enough that the tension disappears. To hold you. To speak softly near your ear and feel your reaction. These thoughts are not random. They are vivid and emotional. Their self-control, the part of them that once kept everything calm and measured, is slowly thinning. And yet when they are in front of you, they pretend everything is normal, calm, composed, unbothered. But inside, their emotions are anything but calm. You are not ordinary to them. In their eyes, you carry something rare. It's not just about physical attraction. It's the way you hold yourself, the quiet confidence, the dignity, the awareness. You don't chase attention, yet you naturally attract it. You don't beg for validation, yet you command respect. There is something elevated about your energy, something steady and self-contained, and that shift in you has unsettled them. They see that you are evolving, growing, rising in your own power, and that realization has forced them to confront something uncomfortable. If they hesitate too long, they could lose you. That fear has changed everything. What once looked like silence, delay, or confusion is now turning into urgency. They are exhausted from debating inside their own mind, tired of asking themselves, what if? They don't want to keep wondering anymore. They want clarity. They want truth. There's a strong pull inside them to speak up honestly, not with games, not with superficial charm, but with something real. They sense that you no longer entertain half-hearted efforts. They feel that your standards have risen, and they know you won't accept less than you deserve. That awareness has pushed them to reconsider their approach entirely. Even if you haven't seen obvious action yet, the energy between you has intensified. There is a heightened awareness now, a silent electricity, something unspoken but very present. The delay you experienced had a purpose. Lessons had to be learned. Ego had to soften. Understanding had to mature. And now the moment feels closer than ever. This person is naturally analytical. They overthink. They replay conversations in their head and analyze every word you said. They try to separate logic from emotion. They attempt to convince themselves that what they feel is simple attraction, something temporary. But the truth is, it's not fading. It's growing. Even when they are busy, even when they are focused on other things, you appear in their mind uninvited. They imagine late-night conversations, confessions, being close to you without walls between you. Their mind tries to remain rational, but their desire is becoming stronger than their logic. What began as admiration has evolved into something possessive. They want exclusivity. They want to be the one you choose. They imagine you looking at them with the same intensity they feel inside. You may not fully realize the impact you have. Your presence unsettles them in the best way. Your voice lingers in their thoughts long after conversations end. Your silence makes them wonder what you're thinking. Your confidence commands attention without force. They admire not only your appearance, but your strength, the way you handle challenges, the way you maintain dignity, the way you refuse to shrink yourself for anyone. And because of that, detaching from you feels impossible to them. There is also a quiet jealousy beneath the surface. The idea of someone else getting your attention stirs something protective and territorial inside them. They may not show it openly, but the thought of losing their place in your world unsettles them deeply. This connection has reached a turning point. The internal debate is nearing its end. Suppressed emotions are rising to the surface. They feel the need to act, to communicate, to move forward in a clear and decisive way. When that moment comes, it will not feel random. It will feel like everything that has been building beneath the surface finally breaking through. They don't just want to be around you. They want to be chosen by you. And that desire has become too strong for them to ignore. There is something building here, and it's not small. It's not surface-level attraction or passing curiosity. It feels like pressure rising under the surface, like someone trying to keep their emotions contained but slowly losing control. This person has been holding a lot inside, and that emotional pressure is reaching a breaking point. A confession is coming. Not dramatic for attention, but real, heavy, honest, the kind that has been rehearsed silently in their mind over and over again. The tension between you hasn't disappeared. If anything, it has grown stronger. It lingers in the pauses. It sits in the eye contact. It hides in the silence. There's a charge between you that neither of you can fully ignore. What may have started as a spark has now turned into something deeper, warmer, and more intense. It's not fading with time. It's becoming more undeniable. And this person feels it in a way that's hard to escape. You have changed in a powerful way. There is a glow around you now, and it's not just about appearance. It's about energy. It's about confidence. You've stepped into a version of yourself that doesn't chase, doesn't beg, and doesn't settle for crumbs. You carry yourself differently. You speak differently. You move differently. Even your silence feels stronger. And that shift has completely transformed how people respond to you. For a long time, you may have underestimated yourself. You may have shrunk your light to make others comfortable. You may have questioned your beauty, your value, your power. But that season is over. You don't need to lower your standards for someone to stay. You don't need to make yourself smaller to be chosen. The right person rises to meet you. And you have risen. This person cannot stop thinking about you. You appear in their mind at random times. When they're working, when they're trying to focus, when they're distracting themselves. You just show up in their thoughts without warning, and it disrupts them. They replay conversations. They remember the way you looked at them, the way you carried yourself, the way your energy felt in the room. It's not occasional. It's constant. The attraction is no longer light or playful. It's intense. It's magnetic. It feels almost consuming for them. They feel it physically, emotionally, deeply. And the more they try to ignore it, the stronger it becomes. This is not something they can brush off or replace. You have left an imprint. And here's the important part. This person is not thinking casually. They're not approaching this like a game. They are not confused. I see someone who has made a decision internally. Someone preparing to step forward with intention. When they claim you, it won't be impulsive. It won't be rushed. It will be deliberate. It will be chosen. This is mature energy. Stable energy. Grounded energy. This is someone who has built something in their life. Someone who understands responsibility. Someone who knows what commitment means. They've worked for what they have. They value stability, legacy, security. And they are not looking for something temporary. They are thinking long-term. They are not searching for someone to pass time with. They are searching for partnership, for completeness. for someone who matches their level and complements their life. And when they look at you, they see that potential. They see someone strong, someone glowing, someone who's elevated beyond settling. The connection between you feels powerful because it's two strong energies meeting. You are in your glow phase right now. There is confidence in your aura, a calm authority. You're attracting powerful energy because you have become powerful yourself. When you align with your worth, you naturally draw in people who recognize it. There is also a sense of protection around you, as if life itself has been guiding you towards something better. You may not see every detail yet, but you are being led into a chapter where you don't have to fight for love, where you don't have to prove yourself, where someone steps forward because they are certain. This person is tired of pretending nothing is happening. They are tired of suppressing what they feel. The hesitation is fading. The indecision is dissolving. What remains is clarity, and clarity leads to action. You're no longer in a phase of chasing or waiting in uncertainty. You are in a phase of receiving, of being chosen without begging, of being valued without shrinking. And this person feels that shift. They see your glow. They feel your strength. They sense that if they don't move with intention, they could lose you. Something is about to shift. The silence is thinning. The tension is peaking. And when the move happens, it won't be small. It will be steady, direct, intentional. You are standing in your power right now. And that power is calling in someone who is ready to meet you fully. You've stepped into a new version of yourself. You're no longer chasing, shrinking, or doubting your worth. There's a calm strength in you now. You know who you are, and that confidence creates a glow around you. It's not loud or dramatic. It's steady, grounded, magnetic. And this person feels it deeply. When you enter a space, something shifts. You don't have to try. Your presence alone pulls them in. There's a familiarity between you that feels older than logic. When you speak, something in them recognizes your tone. When you look at them, it feels known. This isn't casual attraction. It feels like remembering. There's an energetic pull between you. You think of them and feel it in your chest. They think of you and something changes in their body. Distance hasn't weakened this bond. It has only intensified it. You've awakened emotions in them they once kept controlled. Now they experience sudden thoughts of you, dreams, moments where your name appears in their mind without warning. This isn't chaotic desire. It's intense, but respectful. They crave your presence more than anything else. Long conversations, deep eye contact, closeness that feels meaningful. At the same time, the connection has grown into a controlled obsession. Outwardly, they seem calm, but inside they feel a strong hunger for you. Your silence increases it. Your absence amplifies it. You both feel the tension when you're near each other, the pauses, the charged silence, the eye contact that lingers. It's no longer subtle. It's powerful. And both of you know that once this fully moves forward, there's no going back to how things were. You've closed an old chapter in your life. The stagnation is gone. You earned this shift through growth and healing. They see you clearly now, not as an option, but as someone they want a future with. This connection feels steady, purposeful, and deeper than something temporary. You are not just on their mind. You are the one keeping them awake at night. This feels like a true surrender from your divine masculine, not surface emotion, not temporary longing, but something deeper that has been building quietly over time. What I'm sensing is reunion energy after a long separation, not a short pause, not a small misunderstanding. This feels like distance that stretched across seasons, maybe even years. And yet, despite everything, the bond between you never broke. There's a strong protective energy around him now, almost like a warrior who has finally realized what he is meant to defend. The connection between you has been tested in every possible way: silence, ego, pride, misunderstandings, emotional walls. But none of it destroyed what you share. It purifying it. It stripped away illusion. What remains now is not confusion. It is clarity. And clarity changes everything. Once someone truly sees the truth, they cannot go back to pretending they don't. He sees it now. There was a time when he hesitated, a time when he withdrew, a time when fear, pride, or insecurity made his decisions for him. That version of him was not mature enough to hold what you offered. He operated from wounds instead of wisdom. But separation forced reflection. He has replayed conversations in his mind. He has gone back over moments he once dismissed. He has looked at the situation from angles he avoided before. And in that uncomfortable honesty, he recognized her value. He is not returning out of boredom. He is not returning for attention. He is not returning just to flirt or test the waters. He is returning because something inside him shifted from, I miss her, to, I want to build with her. That shift is powerful. Missing someone is emotional. Wanting to build with someone is intentional. It involves responsibility. It involves planning. It involves long-term thinking. When he thinks of you now, it is not just desire. It is recognition. He feels understood by you in a way he does not experience with others. With you, he doesn't feel interrogated. He feels seen. You reflect back to him a higher version of himself, the version he wants to become. At first, that realization unsettled him. Being mirrored like that can feel exposing. Vulnerability is uncomfortable. It strips away ego. But now he understands that what he feels is rare. And rare things are not meant to be treated casually. There are serious intentions forming in his mind. He is thinking about timing, logistics, stability, future structure. This is no longer emotional impulse. This is preparation. He is considering how to approach you properly, what words to use, how to demonstrate growth instead of simply promising it. He doesn't want temporary access to your life. He wants permanence. He thinks about legacy, about building something meaningful, about creating something that lasts. The separation you experienced was not punishment. It was maturation. If he had stayed before, he might have mishandled you. He might have damaged something sacred out of immaturity. Distance educated him. Loss humbled him. Silence disciplined him. He now understands the weight of what he almost lost. The energy around him feels composed. He is not frantic. He is not scrambling. He is steady. There is resolve in him. When communication comes, it will feel different, more grounded, more sincere, less defensive. You will hear it in his tone. You will feel it in his presence. This will not feel like the same man who walked away. It will feel like someone who understands the gravity of losing you and refuses to repeat that mistake. There is also intensity beneath the surface. He has been thinking about you more than he admits. At times, obsessively. There's a claiming energy rising inside him. The realization that someone else could want you awakens jealousy, not chaotic jealousy, but protective awareness. It forces him to confront how much you matter. During moments when life was loud, celebrations, family gatherings, social obligations, he still found himself mentally drifting back to you. In rooms full of people, he felt the absence of one person. And that person was you. That quiet awareness unsettled him. The world around him was noisy, but inside, he felt the silence of your absence. Emotionally, something has softened in him. He may have tried to intellectualize this connection before, tried to rationalize it, tried to downplay it. But feelings don't dissolve just because we analyze them. They rise. They return. They demand acknowledgement. Memories he once dismissed now feel meaningful. Conversations he overlooked now feel significant. This is not surface reconciliation. This is internal recalibration. There may have been a winter phase, a time of emotional coldness, isolation, distance. That winter of forced introspection. Without distractions, he confronted himself. He faced his fears. He faced his avoidance. And the truth was simple. He misses you in a way pride cannot override. Now the energy feels like spring. Where there was stagnation, there is movement. Where there was silence, there is readiness. Communication begins to bloom. Physical meetings become possible. Emotional expression grows less guarded. The resistance that once felt heavy begins to soften naturally. The door you have been waiting for feels like it is finally opening. Not suddenly, not recklessly, but consciously. The delay was not random. It was alignment. It was timing adjusting both of you so that when reunion happens, it happens correctly. This is not flirtation energy. This is stabilization energy. The tension between you softens into devotion. Uncertainty transforms into clarity. The waiting you endured was never meant to hurt you. It was meant to prepare both of you. You questioned the timing. You doubted the outcome. You wondered if the connection would ever mature. But what felt unbearable was shaping something stronger beneath the surface. This is more than a love story. It is evolution. It is two people growing separately so they can stand together with maturity. The bond between you is refining itself. He is evolving. You are evolving. And the connection is moving towards something steadier, deeper, and more intentional. Nothing about this feels accidental. It feels orchestrated. It feels aligned. And it feels like a chapter that was paused, not ended, is finally ready to continue in a more grounded, honest, and lasting way.